Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a two-tone paracord bracelet without having to do any splicing at all. A lot of people will take the two colors of paracord that they want to make into a two-tone bracelet and they melt them together or they tie them together. You don't have to do that whether you're making it with the buckle or whether you're making it with the knot on the end like I like to do. You don't have to do any melting or splicing to begin with at all. I'm going to show you how to do it with both versions, a buckle and a knot, in a Cobra weave, and then I'll also show you what you have to do to make it into a King Cobra weave, which is a little bit wider. Tools of the trade you need are a knife, a lighter, a refreshing beverage, and the 10 tools that God gave you. You're going to do it with a buckle. Take about 6 feet of each color you want to use for your paracord, plus the length that's going to go around your wrist, and for that length you want to add 2 or 3 inches just to finish it up correctly. Take the two different colors, run them from the back of the buckle into the front, put those in the middle. Take the color on the right, run it over the middle, behind the other color. Take that color, run it under everything and up through the loop, and then pull everything tight. With a buckle you want to make sure this first one's pretty tight. You don't want it flopping around. I'll show you again. Go over and under. Take the other color, under everything, up and through. I think I just knocked the camera. Then we're alright. Now what I'm going to do is make just some little short versions of each of them just to save on time in the video. I'm not going to bother making the full length bracelet, but you'll be able to see how to do it. You always want to take if you're making it with one color, you always want to take the paracord that comes out from the loop, not the paracord that comes out from the hole. If you're making two-tone like I am, you're always going to use the same color. Whichever color is coming out from the loop is always going to be the one you bring out in front first, in front and under everything and through. Pull it tight. Over and under. You get pretty quick at this the more you do it. As you go along, straighten. It's not too far along as you go that you can't, make sure everything's in line, lined up. And then as you make this, and it's starting to get to the length where you think it's going to be close to your wrist size, just keep checking, keep wrapping it around, see what's close. And then, when you got the length that you want to go around your wrist, but you're still about 3 or 4 knots shy of finishing up, take the other half of the buckle, run it through, run the paracord through, pull it up. So just imagine that this is the length that you need to go around your wrist, minus a little bit, and then when you're close, it doesn't have to be exact just yet. Take the loose ends of the paracord and just lay them flush with the ones you've already been working with. And then, when you tie your knot, go ahead and go around all 4 pieces. Over, under the white, take the white, under all 4 pieces, up through the hole. Pull it snug. Again, this doesn't have to be precise just yet. Just make sure you're all lined up here. And do one more. And then go ahead and wrap it around your wrist again. If you need to shorten it up or lengthen it up, you can do so in the back. You can pull these tighter, or you can make them looser. Just make sure you're still straight with your buckle here. Once you got it exactly where you want it, just go ahead and finish making your knots all the way down. Gotta get one more in there, easily enough. Okay, and then that's going to be your paracord bracelet right there. What you do on the back here is just take your shiv, these two loose pieces, just cut them, and you can either leave them raw like that, it's not going to pull through, but if you want a little extra safeguard, melt them. And just kind of stick them down, and then then you're ensured that they're not going to go anywhere. If you're going to do a King Cobra weave, you've been working down this way. After you get it the right length, after you finish off those two, flip it upside down, start with the same color. Bring it over the whole bracelet, under the white, take the white and underneath the whole bracelet, up through the hole. And then with the King Cobra weave, you want to just make sure you keep pushing it up as you make your knots. And you start to see the pattern develop here. Now, I'm not a big fan of the buckles. I realize that once you get it done, it's a much neater look than the knot that I like. But the problem I see is, well, it's twofold. First of all, your wrist changes sizes with the seasons and the temperature. If it's hot and humid, your joints actually swell up a little bit. Once you make a paracord bracelet with a buckle, you're stuck with that length. There's no adjusting it once you're done. If you make it with a knot, you can always just untie the knot and retie it a little bit looser or a little bit tighter, regardless, of what's happening with your joint sizes. And that's actually real. That does happen. The other thing is, the buckles that you buy specifically for paracord bracelets are curved, and they're curved so they're more comfortable as you wrap them around your wrist. But that means you can only wear it one direction. Whatever way you make it, that's going to be the direction you can wear it. You can't wear it where this white is showing, because the curves of the buckle aren't going to allow you to do it as you fasten it together. Whereas if you make it with a knot, you can go ahead and wear it one way, or you can wear it the other way. I'm not saying we're all, fashion aficionados that we need to match our paracord bracelet to the color of our clothes. I'm not saying I do that. I do that, but I'm not going to tell you that I do that. Buckle. If you want to make it without the buckle, I'll try to race along here. No need to cut or melt the ends to begin with. And this is going to be just a little bit different, but you don't have to melt anything together. Take one color. This is the length of that you're going to use to go around your wrist, plus a little bit to finish it off. Hang it with the wrist length on the left and the long end on the right. Take your other color, put it behind that one with the wrist length on the right, the long side on the left. Now what you're going to do here, make your loop, or just approximate size of the loop you're going to make for your knot, for your knot to flip through at the end. Take the white, fold it over, and you'll have something that looks like this. Both your short ends now are in the middle. See that? I'll do it again. Now let's even up my lengths here. Black is on front with the wrist length on the left. White in back, wrist length on the right. Fold it over, just the one piece of black. So you have that. And now hold it all together. It's just a little bit tricky on this first one. Hold it all together. Now you got your two wrist lengths in the middle. And start your knot. Over and under, and through. Pull it all tight. You're going to actually want to pull 4 different directions at once to get this. Go ahead and do it one more time. Pull it tight. Now at this point you can adjust your loop to make it bigger or smaller. You don't want it so small that you can't fit your knot through there afterwards. You don't want it so large that your knot's going to fall out all the time and your bracelet falls off. So then you just keep running down. I'm going to speed this up. YouTube isn't very forgiving with me with long videos. I've already had 2 that ran too long and they deleted them. I'm sorry I keep knocking the camera. Here's your Cobra weave. You didn't have to do any melting. 12 feet of each color is adequate for King Cobra weave. 6 feet of each color for regular Cobra weave, plus the wrist length that you want. Now with this one, so you made it all the way to where your wrist length is going to go, you can keep wrapping it around to check. After you've run your knot all the way down to the length that you want it, almost exactly to the length that you want it, all you got to do is tie a loop in the end, or tie a knot in the end to go through the loop, and your bracelet's made. Some people will just do a little loop knot for their knot. I got one. I kind of came up with it by accident. I've never seen it made anywhere before, and kind of ends up looking like a little ant head, a little bug head. And what I do is just make a loop like this with each color, and then run them both and pull them up through the back. Tighten them down. That look like a little bug head with a little ant head with antennas? Well, to me it does, but I'm kind of a freak. So then you can, depending on your wrist and all that, you can bring this knot right down here, or you can move it out however you want to do it. And it's also changeable if your wrist changes sizes. People gain weight, people lose weight. Then what you want to do is cut the ends off. Leave just a little bit to grab onto so you can help when you're putting it on to pull the knot through the loop. Melt the ends. You all know all that stuff. Don't burn yourself like I usually do. And then if you're going to make the King Cobra, you've got your length of bracelet here. You just turn it upside down. Start with the same color, over and under and through. Okay, well, I hope this gives you all an idea. I didn't make any full bracelets, but to me that's just kind of a waste of time. I just wanted to show you the process. And nobody's going to be able to wear these little mini-me bracelets I made, so I'll end up making keychains out of them or something, I'm sure. And then as you go on, you'll have your King Cobra weave, and this one you'll also be able to wear either direction, white or black. Thanks for watching.